Right. Hello, everyone. It's Todd Gross live here with Cyril Gupta and the whole gang. All our support teams are here as well because we're about to start the presentation dealing with something that is so exciting, so refreshing, and so revolutionary called Cinemation. I could see Perry and Bryce and Emma and Waldo and Stephen and Stephen, two Stephens spelled different ways. And Paul is here, and Raymond and Mark. Thank you so much. Welcome to the presentation. Let's get started. Camera on. There it is. Hey guys, one of the reasons I want you to see me is because I have a video that I want to play, both the likeness of me and Cyril. So let me turn my camera off and let me see if I can share that video. And the video is what I call Cinemation Story. Now turn your volume up a little bit when the video starts, and keep in mind that with Cinemation itself, I was able to just take a picture of Cyril, take a picture of myself, and show how we developed the product together.
Why do these AI videos always end right when the story gets interesting? Because they generate clips, not worlds. The character appears, speaks, and then the illusion breaks. Exactly. Different face, different voice, different vibe. You can't build a real series that way. So we need to make software that remembers everything: the face, the voice, the wardrobe, and scene. So the hero stays the hero from beginning to end. Yes, perfect. And the video does not stop at 30 seconds. It can keep going as long as the story needs. Crazy long videos with consistent characters. That is not a feature. That is the future. We build it. A platform where stories keep flowing and characters stay real. Creators will finally make long-form AI videos without losing continuity. Then let us stop making short clips and start making endless cinemation.
Now, what did you think, guys? Think of that. We put that together with Cinemation. Perry says, "Oh my God." Yeah, it was frozen for a second, Emma. Awesome, nice. Oh, it looks like I may be able to. I did it. Okay, so how many of you have tried creating AI videos and ended up with a bunch of random clips that don't connect? That's my first question. How many of you have had that trouble? Yeah, you oh my goodness. You answered in droves there. All right, that's great. That's number one. Second question. That's the biggest problem. The videos, they look cool for a second, but then of course there's no story, there's no continuity. Like I just showed you continuity. I showed you a story, and there's no reason for anyone to keep watching your content because it's just a one-off, right? And if people don't keep watching, you don't get the views you need, you don't build an audience, and you definitely don't need make any money. And that's what you just saw in that video. And that's what Cinemation is all about. Today, Cyril and I have the solution for you because we created the software. It was something we've been working on since last year. It's almost last summer. It's like around July. So it's been quite a while. Cyril was working on it even before then. Then I got involved, and we've been going back and forth for almost a year now. And the whole idea was consistent characters, number one. Number two, to be able to show, if you want, the likeness of a character that you upload. And of course, number three, the most important thing is the consistent characters go through the length of the video and can be repeated on another video as well. Just as a reminder, who we are. I'm Todd Gross, along with Cyril, who is here, and we've created multiple AI tools used by thousands of creators and marketers worldwide. And what you're about to see is the not only biggest breakthrough for us, it's really pretty much the biggest breakthrough in video right now for us as users in terms of worldwide. There's no one really out there that sat down and tried to do this, connect all these video clips in a consistent manner. Instead of creating disjointed clips, you could create full movies with consistent characters and consistent locations. All the AI movies flow and engage the kind that people actually want to watch. Now, here's what I'm going to do. The videos are so compelling that first I'm going to show you examples. Then I'm going to show you Cyril's demonstration because he actually does a nice demo on the inside. I did a demo too, which I'll show you later in this broadcast, where I show you some tricks and tips. But right now, I want to get to actually showing you some of the videos that I've made and that we've made as a team, mostly me and Shannon and Cyril too. We've all made videos just in the last few days, last literally 48 hours. And we did it because we wanted you to see just what we're talking about and how good they are. So without any further ado, let me give you some examples of what Cinemation can create. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did before to share the screen. I'm going to share the videos on screen. So you may have to check your settings if it wasn't working right a moment ago. Most of you, I noticed it worked just fine. And I'm going to narrate as we go through each video. I'm going to turn my mic off briefly as the videos play, and then I'm going to come on in between each video. You may not see anything between each video, but you'll be able to hear me narrate. So let's see. The first one that I want to share, let's take a look. Ah, the kids' adventure. So this is my favorite. I didn't actually make this. My buddy Shannon did, my partner over here. And he did an adventure with children, and I just want to show you what that could come out like. So get ready, pull up a chair, turn your volume up, and watch as kids get into trouble in an abandoned tunnel.
There it is! The old gold shaft. Tell me that doesn't look amazing.
Amazing isn't the word I'd use. Creepy? Definitely.
Come on, Owen. We look around, find something cool, and leave.
Lena, do you see that? That's not gold. Maybe we shouldn't get closer.
We can't come all this way and not see what it is. It's beautiful, like it doesn't belong on Earth.
Then maybe we shouldn't touch it.
Lena! Put it back! I can't! Run! Go, go, go! This way! Stay low!
I can't believe we made it out.
We came looking for gold. Yeah, and found something else.
Lena, what have you done? Guys, let me know what you thought about that story just now. I'm really, really curious as to what you thought. I fell out of my chair when I saw that yesterday. So I have a story to tell you. It's about a friend of mine named Hugo. And Hugo and his wife Anne went fishing. And they are deep sea fisher people. He is anyway, and he just dragged her along. And he sent me 2 years ago a photograph from the fishing trip. And it was a little, well, I don't want to ruin the story. Why don't I show you the story, and then you'll see, of course, how he shocked me. All right, I'll run it. Now, before I hit play, I want you to note that does look like Hugo. I just described him visually. And that does look like his wife, Anne, A-N-N-E. Anne does look very, very similar to that. I described the hair. I described how she has a blonde ponytail. I described how he has like that beard that has, stubbly beard. I described the shape of his face, etc. And then I got my story out of it. All I did is I talked about the trip that he took with his wife and how they shocked me. And this is what I got.
Now this is real fishing, Anne. Deep water, big catch, great story.
I married you for many reasons, Hugo. Your fishing expertise was not one of them.
Please let it be a tuna. Or at least something with less attitude. That's a freaking shark!
A baby shark? I was aiming slightly less toothy.
Deep sea fishing with you is basically ocean roulette. Next trip, let's try a lake. Preferably one without baby sharks.
You have to admit, that was unforgettable. Todd will love this story.
You see, I got in the story, right? Because the script is based on what you want. So I was able to have the AI write the whole thing, and then I just stuck my name in there. So I was able to get in there. All right. This was exciting to do. What did you think of that little story? Is everybody able to see it? You're asking some good questions in there. Like, for instance, can you have 3 consistent characters? Yeah, you can have a whole bunch of characters. And I'm seeing questions about the length. The length of these videos could be any length you want. Let me kind of bring this around a little bit more now to something that starts to become a little more substantive and not just storytelling. For instance, you could go to a local business and you could, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a video, this one right here. Actually, yeah, you're right, Shannon. It's nice and frozen. It's not playing yet. So you could see the woman here is in her Harbor Street Cafe. And what she is going to be complaining about in this video is that she just has great food, great coffee, but she just doesn't get any traffic into her Harbor Street Cafe. And she's wondering why. Now, imagine if you're somebody that wants to convey that message to her as to why you think it's important for her to understand what SEO is all about. Well, that's what this video is about. So let's take this with real people now. It's not real, but they look like real people. And let's watch this.
I make great coffee, fresh pastries, friendly service, but online it's like this place doesn't exist.
Most struggling shops don't have a product problem. They have a visibility problem.
I just searched best coffee near me. Funny, this cafe didn't show up.
That's local SEO. If Google can't clearly read your cafe, nearby customers can't find you. We update your profile, add real photos, collect reviews, and match your info everywhere online. That's how you turn invisible into irresistible.
So SEO isn't magic. It's making my cafe easy for local people to discover and trust. Now you pop right up, great photos, clear hours, and reviews. Easy choice. The same cafe, the same coffee, just finally visible.
Local SEO doesn't change what you sell. It helps the right people find it.
If your chairs are empty, maybe your business isn't failing. Maybe it's hidden.
And this video is fairly long, so I took just the middle of it. It's from a gym. It's called, I think it's Gary's Gym. And it's a fictional gym that we made up, but we show very clearly, again, real-looking people. And what they're going to do is they're going to basically show the services that this gym can provide. And you're looking at a freeze frame from the middle of it right here. And this is just going to run maybe 20 seconds or 30 seconds at most. But what's important to note is you could do this. You could go to a local business of any kind and say, hey, you know what? We could produce a video like this, which is going to, feature your services. Not only can you show the real people from there, or you could create someone that looks like someone that, is from their business, but you could even show their environment. You could actually show their gym. And that's what we're doing right here. 27 seconds, watch.
Press through your heels, lift your hips, and squeeze at the top. This helps build a stronger, more stable core.
Okay, I can definitely feel that.
That's what we want. Strong core work shouldn't be flashy. It should be controlled,
steady, and safe.
I like that this feels challenging without being overwhelming.
Yeah.
Exactly. Start with 2 or 3 rounds, rest as needed, and focus on good form every time.
That was quick, friendly, and honestly a great.
Now, if you think about it, you could also take this kind of process and make educational videos. So you can be somebody who, let's say, is a trainer and actually make a series and put it on YouTube without having to do the training yourself, because this will show the proper things. He goes through a whole bunch of exercise routines, and they're actually real, which was pretty impressive. All right. I'm going to show you just a couple of more examples before I get you to Cyril's demo. So this is a story that I created from my head. And one of the things that I want to really stress here is all you have to do is give the AI an idea. Now, there's 3 different things. You could do these videos completely from scratch in there, as Cyril will show you in the demo in just a moment. Or you could do it by just giving almost like the tiniest little sentence, one sentence, and let the AI do the whole thing, and then you could go back and edit. Or you could give it a substantial idea of yours. You could write like a paragraph. That's another option. And that's pretty much what I did right here. So when I was a boy, believe it or not, I was walking distance to the New York World's Fair back in 1964. And my parents actually let me walk a mile to the New York World's Fair. So I have very vivid memories of what the New York World's Fair looked like. So what I did is, what popped in my head, and this is today, this happened this afternoon at about 3 o'clock. What popped in my head is, I wonder if they'll do an accurate job of representing what the New York World's Fair looks like if I say, have a teenage boy create a time machine and go back to visit the New York World's Fair. Well, it created a whole storyboard from that and a whole idea about how these kids were going to go back in time and become a little disillusioned, because when they go back in time, they're going to find out that back then, all they were doing was looking towards the future. And that's why this is kind of a funny circular reasoning video. And I'm going to play it for you right now.
Mara, I did it! Not a model, not a simulator, a real time machine!
You built that out of bike parts and old radios. Eli, that thing should make toast, not history.
Then let's toast the past. New York World's Fair, 1964.
Okay, either this worked or your garage fumes got very convincing.
Look at it. The signs, the music, the people. We actually made it. They really believed the future would be bright, beautiful, and built by curious kids.
Maybe they're right. Maybe the future starts in a messy garage.
I came here to see the past. Instead, it told me to build the future.
Then let's go home and make something worthy of it.
All right. What do you think? Did my idea come to fruition or what? Incredible, absolutely loves it, says Carla. Stunning, says Emma. Yeah. Okay, so Charles asked a great question. So he said 1964 instead of 64 in that case. There's a regenerate button. He would have said 1964 if I just hit regenerate, but I left it in there, number one, because it didn't sound that bad to me. It almost sounded like he meant to say it. But number two, I wanted, if you found that error, I wanted to point out that right now, I'm going to show you a demo where Cyril goes over that very thing about how you could fix it just by hitting regenerate. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go right to Cyril's demo. It runs pretty long. It's 16 minutes, but it's worth it, and it'll show you what's the real nuts and bolts. We won't keep you on too long today. After the demo, we'll just talk about how to make money with this, and then we'll tell you how to get your hands on it, okay? We won't, we have so much to show you, but we won't keep you on too long. I know you're eager to get this. All right, so now I'm going to share once again the videos. It's my video number 6 on here, which is Cyril's actual demonstration. And Cyril's here, by the way, and you'll be hearing from him in a few minutes as well live. Okay, get ready. Get close to the computer. Make sure that your volume is up. This is exciting. It's Cyril Gupta describing his own software that we put together, and of course his team has produced Cinemation.
Welcome to Cinemation, the AI-powered cinema video creator that lets you create long-length videos for absolutely any niche, any topic, and in any style you want. Take a look at some of the recent videos that I created using Cinemation. You can create videos with beautiful animation like this, or you can create videos that literally look like a painting, or in the 3D animation style, which is so popular these days. Or you can even make videos that are featuring realistic characters and actors who actually act and talk to each other. Plus, you can also create videos in multiple formats, landscape and portrait. You can target any niche like anime, you can target education, and create videos that do not have a maximum limit of time. That's right, Cinemation lets you create videos that range from 2 minutes to 20 or even more. So let's get into Cinemation and take a look at the magic of cinema through AI. Now on the left sidebar, you can see multiple options like create video, which of course is something that you would use to create a fresh video, or you can even create characters that can be a long-term reusable characters. You can use them over and over in multiple videos. And locations, you can create a location and use it over and over in multiple videos. So you can actually create serials that feature your specific characters and locations. So you can absolutely dominate any niche you want with regularized and stable content. Let's get into create video and see what you can do. Inside there, you've got 2 options. The first thing, dialogue video, which lets you create interactive videos which are actor based, talking to each other, characters talking to each other, just like in cinema. Or you can even create a narrator video where you have action that appears on the screen or slides that appear on the screen, but instead of the characters interacting and talking to each other, the narrator will tell the story. And you can use this format to create educational videos that target topics like history or science or any other topic you want, and tell a story that captivates people with beautiful visuals, animation, and consistent characters. Let's get started with creating a dialogue-based video. You get 3 different strategies. You can create a video with AI. The AI handles everything, or you can come at the AI with your own idea and let AI create it for you, or you can create the entire video from scratch, take it slide by slide and create a masterpiece. It's totally up to you. Now in this case, let's start with create with AI and create a video from scratch. We got multiple AIs in here: GPT, Gemini, Grok, Claude, and Llama. Plus you get to target multiple languages. Right now there are 5, but there will be more, and you will be able to target multiple languages that are all over the world. Now you can also decide how many characters you want to have in your video, or just leave it at auto and let the AI design that. Next, you can choose the duration of the video that you're making. You can go all the way from 2 minutes to unlimited. That's right, it says 30, but guess what? You can just click on this and make a video as long as you want, even 60 minutes or even more than that. Now in this test, of course, we want to do 32 minutes. So we're going to get started with that. You can put in your video idea or topic if you want to, or you can just click on a button and create an idea for yourself. Let's try to do that first. Now Cinemation is generating your idea. You can use the idea you get. You can even create a new idea or rewrite the same idea, or you can just paste in your own idea. And once you're ready, click on proceed. Next, you will be asked to choose the ratio of the video that you want to create. Let's go with landscape for this one. Then you choose the AI that will write the content. You can choose the AI that will do the visuals. You can also choose the AI that will do the videos. Now usually you will have a default which works pretty well. I'm just going to go with the defaults. Click on proceed, and then you can take a look and decide what kind of style you want. I really like the 90s cartoon style. Of course, I'm a 90s boy. So yep, I'm gonna go with that. Now the AI is doing the work for you. On your topic, it's going to write the script and carry on from there. So let's get back to it. There we have it. Your script is ready. You can see the characters at the top, Tim and Jim, and you can see the locations, the back garden, and you can see the entire scenes that are a part of the video. So these are the scenes that are there. You can change anything you want just by clicking on it. You can even add dialogues or add shots and change the script any way you want. So this AI done thing is absolutely adaptable. So go with the plan or just change it the way you want. And that's how movies are made. Movies are made just in this way, and we've used exactly the same algorithms to give you exactly the same results. So each scene is of course named and given a topic, and it's easy to understand what's going on. Next animation will let you create the characters and the locations that will be used in the video. As you can see, the location is already generated for you, but you can either choose it from the selection that you already have, or you can regenerate it again, or you can modify it, or you can add your own locations. Now in the characters, Cinemation doesn't pre-generate them because it knows that you will want to have a character of a certain look. So you can hit the generate character button. Of course, you can modify the prompt as you want, and the final character, you can have it exactly the way you want it to look. I'm okay with this guy, so I'm going to click on save, and that is Tim. Now let's also generate Jim. Click on generate again, and we should have Jim very fast. There we have it, Jim. And finally we have Mr. Rabbit. So click on generate, and we should have Mr. Rabbit right there. There we have it. Click on save, and we have all the characters. Now click on continue, and now what's happening is Cinemation is generating the shots, the scenes, the storyboard, the plan, everything that is required to create the actual movie the way real cinema is made. And it takes a few minutes. I'll see you when it's generated. Alright, there we have it, the entire storyboard, and this is your time to inspect each of the visuals. You can see how beautiful they look, and you can actually modify them as you want. So you can see the actions. Now sometimes of course AI can make a mistake. AI technology is growing very fast, but it's not perfect. So you can see this one has 3 different characters. Now when that happens, don't be discouraged. There are multiple ways to fix this. You can either regenerate the image using AI, or you can modify it. So if you click on regenerate, in 90% of the cases, in most cases, the AI will automatically regenerate a better image next time. Check this out. Otherwise, you can click on modify. Maybe we'll see if we need to use that in any other clip. So here we have it. These clips look okay to me. Now this one is a bit wanky again. There is a third guy in here. So I can regenerate, or I can click on modify, and I can say instead of the boy, remove the boy below the net. Something like that. Whatever comes to your mind, click on modify. And what's going to happen is the AI will modify the image and give you a new one. If you like it, you can keep it, or you can change it again. In this case, I'm going to keep the modified image. In this one, this image is fine. So you can quickly review each shot like that. And once you're done, okay, we are done here. Okay, there's one more scene left. We'll go through it very quickly too. Perfect, perfect. Looks amazing. Next, you're gonna be generating the video. Yes, that's all the work. Now, when you generate the video, there are 2 modes. Either you can make it through a slideshow. Yes, you can create a video that has static images and a slideshow if you want to do it that way. So all you need to do is remove the tick from generate AI video clips, or of course you can make fully animated content where the characters move and interact and they look beautiful. So let's do that instead, and to do that, keep this checked and click on proceed. Next, it'll ask you if you want captions. In this animated video, of course, I don't want captions. I'll click on proceed again, and I don't want any background music, but you can choose background music if you want. In this video, I'm not going to have background music. And the last step is it's animating the static images and turning them into videos based on the directions that you gave them, or based on the directions the AI generated. And this takes a few minutes, so we'll be back when it's done. And now what it's doing is it is creating the audio, transcribing the audio, and then finally it will create the video. It's just gonna take a few more seconds. It's already rendering the video, and here it goes. And there we have it. The video is ready, and you can either download it directly to your computer. So you can click on the download button and save it to any page you want, save it to any folder you want, or you can hit play and watch the video.
We catch Mr. Rabbit
with a basket, a carrot, and 0 actual skills.
Exactly. He'll never suspect genius.
Check out the video, guys.
Why am I always the test subject?
Here is another that I made earlier.
Mama, where is my daddy?
It's in a different animation
Oh,
style.
my sweet girl. Your daddy was very brave. He fought in a great war to protect people. And when his work was done, he became a star in the sky.
Here is one in 3D animation style. Let's check out this one.
This is Dingo. He is my cat,
Got
my
captions on
roommate,
this one.
and living proof that confidence does not require competence. People ask me, John, why do you call Dingo
You see
a
the lip
Turk?
sync is also pretty
Great
good.
question. I have prepared evidence.
And I created this one in the slideshow style that I told you about earlier. So you have slides but interactive action. Let's check this out.
Look up, Leo. For thousands of years, humanity stared at that glowing silver orb in the night sky and wondered. The moon. It was the ultimate untouchable mystery, a beacon of myths and legends.
So this was another style of video that I created. Then there was this one. It was about Nikola Tesla, of course, my favorite inventor. And in this one, we've got
Nikola
a
Tesla entered the
with painting
world in
style.
1856 in a village called Smiljan as thunder rolled across the sky. Legend says he was born during a lightning storm.
Okay, let's create one of those. Let's create a narration video. I've already shown you the dialogue video with characters interacting. Next, let's make a narration video, and again we're gonna choose create with AI, and we're gonna use the same basic settings. You can change, of course, anything you want. And let's go for custom, and let's call this educational video. So yes, you can have your own custom genres, and Cinemation will come up with its own idea for educational video. Of course, I could have been more fine-tuned and I could have said something like a historical video about the Romans, whatever you want, and Cinemation would have given you an idea for that. Now in this case, it's about whatever. So we're gonna change the idea. How about the Wright brothers struggle and their first flight? I think that's a pretty good topic for a video. Let's go for that. Click on proceed, and then again you can decide the ratio. Let's try portrait videos this time, and for images let's go for Grok AI. I think that's the best one though. And for animation we're going to use the same Dance. It's pretty good balance of action and power. And this time the style, let's go for Pixar style. Okay, that I don't know if that's suitable. Okay, let's go for steampunk. It's Wright brothers. And you can choose the voice that you want to use for the video. Let's go for samples.
Hi, I'm Ballard. This is Echo.
Okay, I'll use Echo for this one. By the way, you can have your custom voices. You can make your custom voices by just describing how you want to sound, and you can even choose existing voices that you've created, right? So it just lets you create any kind of voice that you want. So this is using a technology that we have integrated, but in this we've got ready-made samples, and this is from these are very standard high quality voices. We can use those two. Click on next, and it's gonna write the script just as the last time. You got the script here. Again, you can change whatever you want, but we've seen the process, so I'm gonna let it be working with the defaults. All right, we are back on the characters and the location screen, and you can see the locations, very beautiful steampunk backgrounds. Let's make the characters, the Wilbur Bright guy. Click on generate character. There you have it, Wilbur Bright. He looks young. And we have the second Wright brother, Orville Wright. So click on generate character, and it's generated. Now remember this, you can change things the way you want. You can even use different AIs. We're using Flux right now, but if you wanted to use Grok, for example, just could have done that with just a click. And in my test now I'm using Grok, so let's just wait for it. You got Orville as per Grok. Go back to Flux, or try it as many times as you want, change anything you want. Click on save once you're ready, and you have got the characters and the locations. Next, click on continue, and just like last time, and just like in the dialogue video, Cinemation is going to prepare the storyboard. Alright, so the image generation took a few seconds, and we have it. All the images are done. You can see the Wright brothers are standing together, looking at the plans. So all the images are clear to you, and if you want, you can change things. Of course, you can. And again, this is a demo. I don't want to spend a lot of time changing, but doing a quick scan is always advisable. Check this out. I think the visuals are fantastic. All right, let's go for it. Let's go and create this little video. And this time, let's go for captions with phrase highlight. And I'll leave it as is. It's displayed over here. There is a preview. Click on proceed. And I want background music this time. Not this one. What about this one? Okay, this is it. Proceed. And now you're getting the voiceover done. So the AI will take a little time to create the voiceover and just put everything together. Let's get back in a few seconds. And there we have it. The video is already rendering. I think in just a couple of minutes, maybe 10-20 seconds, we'll have the final video. So let's just wait for it. All right, so the video is generated. Let's play it.
Before they changed history, the Wright brothers were not famous inventors. They were two bicycle makers in Dayton, Ohio, working long hours in a cramped shop filled with chains, spokes, and the smell of oil and wood. Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright were practical men, but their minds were fixed on something far beyond the ground beneath their feet. Around them, many people believed human flight was still a fantasy. Idea began to take shape, a machine that, to solve that problem, they needed most.
So check this out.
When
It's
they
a
could,
regular.
every angle reflected lessons
slideshow.
earned through repeat, advanced through discipline, observation.
That looks beautiful with consistent characters, so everything stays to the point, and you can make amazing educational videos using this technology. So whether you want to make interactive dialogue based videos, animations, realistic actor videos, 3D animation videos, you want to make stories about characters interacting and telling a story, or you want to make narration videos for any kind of purpose, whether it's educational, whether it's entertainment, you can create it inside of Cinemation. And remember, you can create as long a video as you want. This is breakthrough technology, and Cinemation brings it to you first. So get Cinemation and get your director's seat.
All right, thank you, Cyril. Basically, you can create characters that not only are consistent from the beginning to the end of the video, but you could also make them consistent from one video to the next video, because you can save your characters. I just want you to understand that. Let me show you an example of what Shannon did with that. So basically, he wanted to create a video of a ship that is going to land on the moon, because it then is going to take another spaceship and fly to Mars, because that's the actual plan that the United States has in order to do an eventual Mars mission, is to land on the moon and go to Mars from the moon, not from the Earth. That actually has to do with the Artemis mission that's going on right now. So there's two videos that he did, both about a minute in length. The first one's a little shorter, and it shows first landing on the moon, and there's not much dialogue. The second video has the same astronauts, the same exact people, and then they go from the moon to Mars. So let's watch that.
We're here.
For every mission that brought us this far, we carry them with us.
Check complete.
Now, before you say it, yeah, we know the gravity is off on the moon. We didn't specify the gravity requirements. We just did this at 4 o'clock this afternoon. But what we could do is go back in and have the astronauts talk about how they have special lead in their boots. But anyway, now let me show you the second part of that video and how it's going to be the same exact characters, the same exact, let me get my share up here, videos. the same characters that we had in the first video. So this is now where they're going to go to Mars from the moon. And as I said, there's more dialogue. It's much more exciting than the first video.
Then let's start making it closer.
Trajectory locked. Goodbye, Moon.
Next stop, the world no human has ever touched.
Funny. Space is endless, but this moment feels very small.
It's time to meet Mars. Let's get suited up for the approach.
Small is where history starts. One crew, one ship, a decision to keep going. Heat shield holding. Velocity dropping. We are committed now.
Stay with me through touchdown.
Landing zone confirmed. Bringing us home to a planet we've never known.
Mars, we are here. These are the first human steps on your soil.
They did it. All right. Fantastic. They made it, of course, to Mars. All right, let me get back to my screen. I have more examples to show you as well, but I know I could do this all day. So we better get back to the screen before I get carried away. All right, so basically, those were the examples from Cinemation. Then we showed you the demo. That's that next slide. And then right here, you already said they're amazing. Basically, if you can dream it, you can make a movie out of it with this. With no complicated software involved. It's not hard at all. You can have the AI do all of it if you want. No laborious production, no confusing tools. You just bring the idea and Cinemation does the rest. However, if you do want to get the most out of this software, I do have ways for you to do it better. I've only been using the software a few days myself. I've been working with Cyril since last summer to come out with this software, and we've been directing him, and he's been telling us how he's been doing with it. But I've only used it for maybe 2 days, 48 hours or so. Same with Shannon, my partner, and you saw what kind of results we're getting. But during the day today, I got really good at it. And I did it in 2 ways, and I have a video to show you how I did that. After I show you that, and I discuss some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of it, then I am going to bring Cyril on, and he's going to be talking about how to make money with this, and then we're going to be letting you get your hands on it. So we're not going to take too long here. As I said, we're going to move this along. So basically, we have tips and tricks for you for success. One of the tricks, which you'll see on the inside that Cyril did show you, and I'm going to show you in a little movie in just a moment, is how you can actually modify the shots within the scenes. And that's easy to do. All you have to do is actually just describe it over again. So if there's something that's wrong with it, basically you just, say, you write down what's wrong with the scene that you're looking at, and then you click use the modified image after you modify it. And that is going to then bring you back into your animation timeline, whatever, and then you'll be able to render it again with it improved. So that's what I'm going to show you now. I'm actually going to be doing that by running another video that I made. So consider this a little bit of a demo for me now, as I show you not only how you can fix your videos from within. If, like somebody asked earlier, when he said 1964 instead of 1964, you could fix that. But another example that you'll see in a moment is there was an extra girl in one of the slides that I was working on. One of the slides that turned into videos that then had 2 girls instead of 1 girl. There was supposed to be only 1 girl. So I just said, remove the girl. That's one way you can fix this. The other way is to take your entire video creation and load it into an actual video editor, a simple one like CapCut or Filmora, or something that you have lying around that you use, because you don't have to do any major editing of any kind. Just really simple editing will make these videos even tighter, as what I call them. When I say tighter, I mean you're able to transition from scene to scene without it, let's say, feeling laborious, feeling like it's stretching out a little. In the videos that I've showed you today, some of them have been just raw, straight in from the software, and others I've actually tightened up a little bit, but only a few minutes worth, only maybe 5 minutes worth of work on them. So I'm going to show you that right now. We're going to actually share my videos again, and you'll see my little demo coming up right now. So let me do that. Number 10 on my list. All right, here we go. Okay, so one of the beautiful things that Cyril has included with Cinemation, and that we're very excited about, is it has a built-in editing feature, because no AI, to be quite frank, is perfect. And we have so many scenes here that a few of the scenes are going to be off here and there. So you'll want to regenerate them, or you'll want to actually go in and edit them and then regenerate them. And I'll show you what the difference is in just a moment. First, when you're creating your video, you're going to end up with something that looks very similar to this, where it has the various scenes and the various shots within the scenes. And then at the very bottom, you want to make sure that you click on this, animate all clips, before you proceed. And that's how you're going to be getting your movie. Okay, so if you don't click animate all clips, you'll be getting still images that will be flashing by. But we want to animate all clips so that we are taking this to its full potential. Now, if you want to get back to edit something after you've watched your movie and you don't like how it came out, then you go to what's called animation tasks right here on the left-hand side. Animation tasks, the lowest number will be your most recent one, and then you click view, and then I'll show you, for instance, we're immediately dumped back into each little piece of video. Okay, so here we are inside animation tasks, and then what we have is the ability to take a actual piece of video that has already been rendered, like right here. If we were to click this, which shows a mountain on the lower right, that means turn this back into a still image so that we can edit it raw. So there's a couple of ways that you can edit. You could edit the motion by clicking on this pencil right here. More likely, you'll likely want to click on this one, the dialogue. You may want to change the dialogue. You could click this pencil right there and change that. Or you can click this right here in the lower right and change it back to a still image, and then work on that still image so that you don't get an error. So let me show you what I mean. So right here in shot number 1, in the very first scene, we have a problem. There's 2 girls in the scene and 1 boy, and there should only be 1 girl. So what I did is I clicked on the lower right and I made it back into a still image, which it is now, and now I'm going to click edit. That's that pencil. Now I could change which actual AI is rendering this, but it's not going to make much of a difference. So instead I'm going to leave it where it is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write, take the girl in the doorway on the right out of this shot. And then we're going to click modify. And then what it's going to do is create this shot again, but notice the girl is no longer in the doorway. So we're going to click on use modified image. And now I'm going to get a correct animation when I click on the camera button on the lower right here. So I've completely fixed an AI error in doing so. And now we could look at the scene back by just clicking on the play. And now it's operating correctly. Once all our scenes are finished and we've checked them over, all our shots within the scenes, then we will click on proceed on the lower right. Once again, I tend not to like captions. I put captions off. And then I go to the next section, and generally I have no background music. And then I click proceed again. And at this point, it's working on those scenes and shots. It's going to put it together into a movie It's going to render that movie. We'll watch the movie, and then I'll show you how you could tighten up the shots even more by taking this into an external video editor if you want. But it's so simple. Normally you don't even have to do that, but it just makes it it gives you another option to make these even tighter.
Mara, I did it! Not a model, not a simulator, a real time machine!
You built that out of bike parts and old radios. Eli, that thing should make toast, not history.
Then let's toast the past. New York World's Fair, 1964.
Okay, either this worked or your garage fumes got very convincing.
It actually worked! Look at it. The signs, the music, the people. We actually made it. They really believed the future would be bright, beautiful, and built by curious kids.
Maybe they're right. Maybe the future starts in a messy garage.
I came here to see the past. Instead, it told me to build the future.
Then let's go home and make something worthy of it.
Now, there's not much I could do to make that video even better. It came out so nearly perfect. But if I did, then I could just download it. And once I download it, then I could just load it into any video editor. Here, let me just use Filmora. And I'm going to load my video into this video editor. And from there, but in this case, for instance, the walking, I thought was a little bit long right here, right? It wasn't necessary. So I can actually just edit that down.
We made it.
And we could take that out and go straight to the next scene. So now we've tightened that up a little.
Okay, either this worked or your garage fumes got very convincing.
Look at it. The signs, the music, the people. We actually made it. They really believed the future would be bright.
You see how that was tighter? Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show you, is that you can edit the scenes to make sure to, compensate for any AI errors inside the software. But if worst comes to worst, you could also pull it out and you'll have your entire thing laid out inside your video editing software with just a little bit of tweaking there. Okay, so that's the story. Now, one thing I didn't mention that has been added that's really convenient is you could also delete any scene. So remember, I said to make it tighter. I didn't really like watching them walk around like that. Well, you could actually just delete that within the software itself by just doing the little red, garbage can. And I'll show you that later because I actually have the software here with me. And after I present the offer to you, I'm going to bring you in the software itself and we could fool around in it because you guys are asking some great questions in there right now. All right, so I'm going to share the screen again. I'm going to talk about how this is credit-based, and we're going to have Cyril answer questions about that and also answer questions about how to make money with this behemoth, this wonder. So let me share my screen, and here we are. All right. There we go. So basically, a lot of you have been asking in the question answer box, what's going on in terms of how do you pay for these things? Well, it's credit based. And because you're getting a special deal today, a special bundle deal, you're going to get a whole boatload of credits. Credits are used to generate the outputs, and different AI models have different credit costs. But one thing I can tell you is when you do the narration type videos where you show a lot of still images, they use up very few credits. And when you use actual video scenes and you make long videos like 10 minutes long, 30 minutes long, 60 minutes long, you will be burning through some credits. And Cyril's going to answer some questions today in a moment about how many, credits you can expect to use. The slide scenes, as I mentioned, are much cheaper than the animated videos. In fact, so much so that you'd have trouble using up the credits making slide scene videos, which are still very good, like his Nikola Tesla one, I believe, was a slide scene one. While prices vary, one can make a fully animated 30-minute episode for under $50 based on the credits. I mean, it's just crazy. But it's not just about making AI videos. It's all about what you could do with those videos. And obviously, this is something that is a lot of fun, but we want to know about how you can make money with them. So I have a few things written down, but I'm going to bring Cyril on to explain some of them. So, for instance, you could create story-driven content that actually stands out, and that's what I've been doing mostly here today. I've been creating stories like that one I just did with the New York World's Fair. You could get a whole lot of clicks. There's a series on TikTok, sort of romance, sort of like kids that are mistreated by bullies and things like that, and those things get a lot of clicks, and you could get, of course, a following on your channel from that. You can also get paid directly from that, from the actual clicks themselves. You could work with clients who need high quality video for them, like the gym example that I gave before. You could create ads that look like big budget productions. You saw what we were able to produce here today. And in fact, if you put it into an editor, you just take your whole thing out and put it in an editor, you could make it look crazy good. You could build your own content brand on social media and YouTube and turn all that into traffic, followers, and real income. But Cyril, this is your baby in many ways, even though we've been involved with you since last year. And I would like you to come on if you're there and explain how you envision folks making money from your
Absolutely.
activities.
Todd, I've been listening to this wonderful presentation right from the beginning. What a wonderful explanation. And you really, really did a great job telling people about the real potential of Cinemation. And I remember when we had this chat a few months ago, and you told me uh, what the market really needs is consistent characters and long videos. And I really, really thought about that for a while, how we can make it possible. And some of that history that I have with well, not really a history. I've never been a filmmaker, but I learned how to do that when I was a teenager, just because of I wanted to be one at some point. I remembered how to put, edit videos together. I know how to edit videos. I know how to do cinematography. All those things, they came together, and I realized, you could use AI to actually do that stuff. You could make movies from AI just the way people make movies in the real world. How are movies produced in the real world? Somebody goes out there with a camera, shoots different shots, then the editor lays them out together. And the movie looks seamless because the shots are edited well. So you don't, the entire movie is not just one seamless piece of action. It's always different shots coming together, some of them wide, some of them mid shots, some of them close ups, people doing different actions, focuses on props, lots of different things. So I thought, hey, we can actually do that with AI. And we designed this algorithm which does exactly that. It writes a script just like people write a script, it writes a screenplay, then it does a storyboard just like you would do that in $1 million or $1 billion production house. And then it turns that storyboards into visuals. So I don't know how many people in this room have seen the movie production process. So then the storyboard is turned into visuals. You've got direction going on when you see this prompt motion, what's happening in the shot, dialogue, what's being spoken. All of that is done in the real world pretty much the same way, right? So we just brought it to AI, and it was quite a struggle. That's why Todd's been telling you, it's been so much time, right? We've been talking about this product since months. And putting it the right way in a package that actually works has been insanely complex. But I can see the product now, and I'm sure you guys can see the way it works and the results it produces. It actually worked out. So I think this is a very, very unique product, one of the most unique products I have put out in more than a decade. And yep, Cinemation can actually do, when it comes to making money, I think the possibilities are insanely, I would say, unlimited. Here is how it works. So Todd showed you so many different options. We showed you an animation where you had the 90s style, beautiful animation that we saw on TV. Then you got anime. We showed you an anime clip. Then we also showed you clips featuring real people. And we had videos for like many different niches. There was a kids video. You saw a video or on the Wright brothers. It was an educational video. There was a video on the moon landing, right? Exploratory. And there were commercials, right? The Jerry's Gym, it was a commercial. And there was a commercial, I think, for a coffee shop, for an SEO service. So think about the applications. What I would rather ask you, is there a particular niche or a particular business or a model where you don't see this being used? Think about ads. If you want to run ads, whether you want to run ads or whether you want to run ads for your clients, you can produce the ads using this software, and your ads will end up looking production quality, right? The kind of ads that people spend tens of thousands of dollars to produce, ads featuring actors, locations, real props, right? So you can have that. You can actually do that with this product. So you can go out to your local service, tell your dentist, hey, how would you like me to make an educational commercial or an infomercial, whatever they call it, and with featuring you, right? Actually featuring you. So you talk about some dental cavity problem, and then you present a solution or a treatment or some advice, and then we can close it out with, hey, if you need more information, call the number, and you have the number flashing, right? So you could do that, and it would be quite a lot, because traditionally to produce a clip like that, people have been paying like $3,000, $4,000, I don't know, maybe even more if they're featuring real actors, and you could do that sitting in your home for a fistful of dollars. Like, this is crazy. I would say this is a crazy advancement in video production technology. So that was just one. Now, if you're in business of producing videos for yourself, the options are endless. You could start a series. Like when I was making the software, I was thinking, can somebody produce a series like Friends using AI? Well, it's I think this is the nearest that you are, to doing something like that. You can write the gags yourself. You can write the situations. You can have the location, right? You remember the legendary Friends Cafe? You can actually put it inside of Cinemation. You can put the five friends. You can put the five characters inside Cinemation, and you could actually have them interact, have them act. You can turn the gags in, and people would actually watch series. If you put it out on any topic, you could go for your local, let's say you're targeting a local area. You could make a series focused on your city, on your niche. Think about all the thousands of different niches available to you. Think about the pet niche. You could make a series of videos featuring, let's say, a multi-poo, and how the multi-poo is working out, or interacting with its owner, and make a series on that. And maybe you can make it educational, talk about how to take care of dogs. So it's insanely, I would say, widespread. The applications are endless, because it gives you so many options to uh, you know generate videos, generate videos in. You're not limited to a particular style. We have videos that look like 3D videos, the kind of videos you see in Pixar. Do you remember Minions? You can actually produce a video in the same style. Or if you want, you can go 2D. So if you want to make a video like the Little Mermaid in the same style, in the old one, not the new one, you could do that. And of course, you could also do the new one too. So when you have a product that does every single animation style, every single visual style, and every single niche, and you're not limited by budget, you're not, because you can put it in any scenario. We had a video which was in New York in 1964, I think, and we had a video which was on Mars. So you're not limited by anything. Now it's your creativity, what you use your mind for, and create something that appeals to your niche. So if you see a video on screen, you can practically replicate it inside of Cinemation. That is the kind of optionality you have, right? And it does do 3D effects. So I got Nedra asking me in the chat, can it do 3D effects? Of course it can. You saw that already happening in front of you. Did you see the visual effects when it was, the time travel video? There was a nice little world, good lighting effect. All of that was produced by AI, and you could just make it happen by creating a shot, describing it in motion prompts. And like Todd told you, everything is modifiable. So it's absolutely insane the amount of content that you could do. You could make an educational channel. Now I know from some of my earlier products that I created, people are creating a lot of educational content. For example, historical videos. Like I have a guy who produces only videos which are dedicated to Roman history. So they have like literally dozens of videos on Roman conquest, on Roman society, and they just keep producing like 3 4 videos a week, and they've built a channel based only on Roman conquest. And you could do that for any niche, right? So if people are interested in something, you could monetize it in so many ways. You could go to local clients, talk to them, hey, would you like me to produce an infomercial, a commercial, or anything for you? You could produce it for them. You could produce videos that educate people on a certain topic, and then you can either sell it to other businesses. Like, I could put your business in front and back, and a message from you, or I could actually feature you on my channel. If you build up a channel for yourself, you can get paid for that. And of course, you can get paid by YouTube, by TikTok, by Reels, right? Because you can produce any sort of content, and there are partnership programs on every single I would say platform. So yeah, you can benefit from those. Or you can actually create a series of educational videos, or I would say like any kind of videos. Like, let's say for kids, for example, you can sell them as PLRs, or you can even put them on a educational content pack, sell it to your local schools, organizations. I saw a post from one of our attendees today who was talking about how to use this product to make Bible stories. Now think about that. You can make Bible stories, you can make stories about the Buddha, anything that is relevant to your audience, right? So it's got no limits. Now think about a specific church. Why, even in Bible stories, there are so many different churches. So you could focus on a special focus area and make near Hollywood productions without spending 15, 20, $30,000. You can have the results sitting in your home, sitting on your computer, just typing it out, finalizing the visual you want, finalizing the way people look. Because remember this, it supports two kinds of visuals. You can either upload an image. So if you got a photograph, you can put it up, you can make that photograph act while it's consistent, or you can create a perfect visual. Think about, like, somebody was asking me, can I have more options for characters? And I just wanted to point it out to them. This basically lets you design your characters, so you can just fine tune it till death. Like, just like I showed you in the video, you can have exactly the character you want, the way they look. So this kind of insane flexibility, I don't think it was ever available. And AI is putting together things so well. And now with this Cinemation, you can actually make long form video content that is believable and consistent. So I'm looking for ideas from you too, guys. So if you would use Cinemation, what you would use it for, put it in chat. And I'm sure Todd would love to read that and maybe even talk to you about it. Over to you, Todd, and I'll join in whenever you want me to come back. All right, so I see some options. I guess Todd is stepped away from the computer a bit. So Steven says a soap opera, and Fred says, "Can I create a three?" Yes, of course you can, Fred. You could actually do that. And Perry says, "I would use it for my clients." Elder says, "For Bible lessons." Lots of different ideas in here.
Yeah, we
right?
appreciate the feedback. Cyril said, give us some feedback, and there you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cyril, you talked to me about how, in fact, this is something we've discussed a few months ago, that YouTube is not demonetizing videos. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? How it's not doing it to all AI videos at all. That's not what they mean when they say they're demonetizing. Explain that.
All right. So I don't know. A couple of days ago, a couple of people asked me, "Hey, Cyril, you're putting out Cinemation with Todd, and what do you say about YouTube demonetizing AI videos?" I just want to make this absolutely clear, guys. YouTube is not demonetizing AI videos. In fact, I've got my own channel where I produce a lot of AI videos. Nothing happens to it. Why? Here is what's happening. YouTube is only demonetizing channels with a reason: inauthentic or repetitive content. So here is a very popular strategy that people have been using, and it doesn't matter whether you are using a manual video production or AI production, it will apply to you if you are taking trending content. So people, what people were doing was they were looking at videos that were trending and making pretty much a duplicate of it, not adding anything to it, not adding any new twists, new turns, or new ways to present that information. They were just just kind of duplicating it because they just wanted to ride along on the trend. And it's okay if 5 people do it, but it's not okay if 5,000 people do it. And eventually YouTube realized that they just can't have a repeat of the same content over and over, one in 3D, one in cartoon, one in real live action, and like have a bunch of people just trying to do the same thing. So they started clamping down on people who were just repeating what other people were doing, right? And that's why this a little ban for inauthentic and repetitive content started coming down. It's about a month since this has been happening, and I've been researching that. And because of course I'm a video producer, I'm a software producer, I need to know about this stuff. And I found that the most of the channels that were banned for this reason were actually channels that were doing manual work. So if you check it out, you will see that channels have been talking about how they were making so much effort to produce videos, but because they were producing repetitive and inauthentic content, they were still getting banned anyway. So one thing that I want to tell you, the scripts that this product creates, or the visuals that it creates, or the possibilities that it has, what you can do with it, you can be absolutely doing all uploads all day on YouTube without getting banned, because the content that it creates is unique. Every visual that it creates is unique. Every time you hit that regenerate button, you get a new visual. So definitely you want to come to it with your ideas, right? And then you make it happen. So don't just try to climb on trends blindly, especially not a trend that's done by 5,000 other people already. And that's the only reason why this inauthentic content ban can happen to you. Hope that makes it clear, guys.
Yes, it did. Thank you very much, Cyril. And Cinemation obviously is forging the future here. Cyril just told you how and why. What most people don't realize yet is that AI video standards are quickly moving from short clips to full-length cinematic content. And that's what we've got. And the people who figure this out early are the ones who are going to dominate the markets. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to bring Cyril back in a moment to explain some of his other software. We're going to package so much into one big bundle offer for you, one amazing all-inclusive package that it's going to knock your socks off. All right. So that's why I want you to get back to your computer now, because you're going to have to read along with me. Everything I'm about to show you is going to be included. So don't be put off when you see some of these things, because this isn't you. You're going to get everything. Cinemation Elite is what would be known as the front end product. You get 10,000 welcome credits. You create up to 3 videos daily. There's a difference between the number of credits and the number of videos that you can create per day, and up to 10 characters you're allowed, and up to 15 background scenes, and up to a 20-minute video length limit. But that's not you, because you get that automatically. You also get the Pro upgrade. So you're getting 30,000 welcome credits, not 10,000, 30,000. And we'll have Cyril come in and explain more about the credits in a moment. You can create up to 8 videos daily. There's no limit on the video length. When I say no limit, I mean no limit. You could go as long as you want. And you have shot level editing. What is shot level editing? Well, I mean, when you go in, let's say we wanted to edit. I'll take a view inside my animation. Let's see. And when you go inside, there's scenes. So this is a scene here. And then within the scene, there are various different shots. So here's one shot. Here's another shot. Here's another shot. Here's another shot. And each shot, of course, has its own little animation.
Emmett, Zoe, we are shopping, not training for the Olympics.
That's an example of what we're talking about here. Shot level editing. You could edit that clip I just showed you singularly, and all creative features become unlocked when you get the Cinemation Pro. But you get the Pro because you're getting the whole thing. Not only that, but you're going to be getting the reseller, which means you could resell this hot software. And man, it is really hot. It's burning hot. 70 licenses are also going to be included. And you could charge $97, $167, $297, $500 per license and keep 100% of every sale. The best part of that is we handle all the support for your customers. There's no product creation here. You just get it to sell it, but we do all the stuff to make sure that it gets in the right hands. No tech headaches, no fulfillment, just profit. You don't have to support it, you don't have to supply it. You just get a chance to sell it. 70 licenses, that's also included. But Cyril didn't stop there. He's going to include some of his really interestingly related software that makes this even better, like TubeRank AI Pro. That means that you could get your videos ranked. Cyril, will you come in and explain the connection here with TubeRank, the new TubeRank?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Todd, what do you do with your videos? Of course, you want to put them up on some platform, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, right? But when you put your content there, you want it to be discovered. And TubeRank is the gold standard for SEO and AI SEO now since last 10 years. So we've always made this application better and better, and now it's all powered by AI, because of course this is the age of AI for this decade, and you wouldn't do anything without using AI to create a software that does something smart. So TubeRank can be used to do the SEO and the AI SEO for these videos very, very painlessly. You don't need to spend hours trying to find, hey, what's the perfect angle? What should I write in the description? What keyword should I use? What tags should I use? What is my competitor doing? What is working in the market? There's so many questions, right? You make an effort in every single video you produce, and when you produce it, you log that time, like, you put it up live for a week or 2 weeks and before you put up another video. So you want to make sure that it gets the maximum reach, and TubeRank gets you the last bit of the reach juice, so that you're able to go to the maximum limit with your content, right? So that's what this does. It helps you reach more people.
All right. Not only that, but you're also including a really interesting, I keep saying interesting, because this is something that you put together, Freezer Pro. And what this lets you do is you can make viral videos aside from this to get the traffic to this. So I really want to tap your brain here, Cyril, on how you envision this going. So they get Freezer Pro, tell us the kind of videos they'll be able to make with that, and then how that will aid them with these videos.
Absolutely. So, Todd, this was again from a question. This was a little bit early on. I launched Freezer some months ago, and this was born of TikTok. I know you like TikTok. I saw your TikTok hat in one of the recent videos. I like TikTok too. Sometimes I scroll it between coding sessions when I'm bored. And one of the things I noticed on TikTok was the insanely popular niche of brain rot videos. Now they call brain rot because they're so addictive. So when you land on one of these videos, you just can't move away till you watch the entire thing, and then you scroll up, there's another one waiting for you, and it just keeps popping up on your feed so much. And these are addictive because of some special triggers, like the way the content is produced, the way the visuals are aligned, and there's a compelling story always going on in the background. So I wanted to give people an option to create those videos that have such an addictive I would say sticky quality. So Freezer does that. It lets you create sticky storytelling style brain rot videos which have visuals, which have content, which have background music, and you can create them for any particular niche, absolutely any niche you want. So this product is a lot different from Cinemation. Cinemation is all about live action, about animation, about characters, about interactions, and Freezer is all about storytelling, narration, something that happens on your screen, and it can go on for hours. So Freezer again is one of those products that can make long form content. So with Freezer you can make 45-minute long videos, stories that go on for 45 minutes, and people have been using it. Like, I've seen the content that people are putting out. People have been using it to produce addictive stories, addictive content in many niches. Like, there's a guy who's writing sci-fi stories. They're doing 5 stories a day because it's insanely, I would say, easy to produce videos using Freezer, and a single video costs like 20 cents. That's a 20-minute video or something like that. I think it's very affordable. So people are producing a lot of content, targeting a lot of different niches, and producing long form content. They're racking up views on TikTok, on Instagram Reels. I think these are the two places where these videos are so popular. So yeah, you actually get this with Cinemation. So you could use this format too. The formats are totally different. With Cinemation, you get live action character interactions. With Freezer, you get storyteller style videos. So you can produce storyteller style videos too, because why should you be limited to one format when you know format A works and format B works, and you see both channels working? If it's a low effort entry, I think Freezer is another option that people can use. So it is included in the special offer that you have put together today.
All right. And normally you'd have to go through and get each one of these things that I just mentioned separately. But as I said, today, everything is going to be given to you, the best possible offer for everything. Now, everything is included. So that means you get 30,000 welcome credits, right? You get up to 20 videos daily, 20 videos, unlimited characters, unlimited background scenes, no limit on the video length, shot level editing. I showed you what that is, how you can go in and take each shot and you can edit it. You can edit it what they say, you can edit, how the scene looks, so that it then is going to play out differently if it's a video and not just a still. All the creative features and AIs that we've been talking about, all the different AIs that you could choose from are in there. 70 reseller licenses, plus 2 Rank G to get these ranked, and Freezer to produce a different kind of video. That's more of it's a sillier kind of video, but it's a storytelling video. It doesn't have the interaction of the characters, but it's great to have that option. Yep, everything that's in Cinemation Elite, Cinemation Pro, Cinemation Reseller, that's all included, including the 70 commercial licenses, 2 Rank Jeet AI Pro, Freezer Pro, and 2 years of free upgrades. Everything is included today. But guess what? We have even more to offer the most motivated people today. So I want you to watch what I'm going to show you now. And this is really us sharing, this is, we pay extra, of course, when you go up in credits, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to show you how you could really become a power user. And it's not like we're making money off of this. It's only available to those that get this all-inclusive bundle. You're going to be getting 3 bump offers on the inside where you could just check the box. One would be a 50,000 credit boost. I got so excited when Cyril offered this that I wrote yes, yes, yes on the slide because I was so excited about that. 50,000 boost above your 30,000. That's going to, that's really going to take you a long time to use your credits up. Unlimited number of video production. In other words, you will be able to make as many videos as you want. You won't be limited at all to that 20 per day. All right. And number 3, the resellers pack assets. So it'll be easy to sell this as a service. 3 different bumps are in there. Choose what's best for you. And we'll be going over exactly where to look for that bump in just a moment. But you guys get back to the keyboard. Back to the keyboard now. Okay? You coming back? Okay, yeah. All right, great. Because who is ready for the Founders link? Why is it the Founders link? Because you're the first people ever to get Cinemation. This is it. This is the day that it's being released. And this is not online software. This is not software in the cloud. This is desktop software. And a lot of you know how important that is for both Mac and PC. I've been using it on the Mac. A lot of other folks on our team have been using it on the PC. Are you ready? Here's how to get it. It's right there on the screen. You get the Elite, you get the Pro, you get the reseller licenses, you get Freezer Pro, you get 2 Rank Jeet AI Pro. And once you go to that link for $197, then I want you to look at those checkboxes. All right. The reason is because you have the ability then for 29. Can you go over this, Cyril, what the 3 bumps are?
Absolutely, Todd. So here are 3 options. The first thing, you want to add Cinemation reseller sellers pack. So like you said, the sellers pack is amazing. It lets you find buyers easily because it gives you everything you need to sell. And what does that include? It includes the a ready-made sales page. You don't need to write a sales page. You don't need to write copy. It's all done for you. It includes emails, right? If you have an email list, it includes a excellent sequence of emails that you can use to get sales. You don't need to write those emails. You don't need to even go to ChatGPT for that because all of them are pre-written for you. You get graphics that you can use in your emails. If you're writing a blog, you get a blog pre-written for you. So if you want to make the basic effort of going to ChatGPT and rewriting the blog, that's great. And if you want to run ads, it's got pre-designed ads for you. There are demo videos, so we let you use our demo videos everywhere you want. Even on your own channel, there are sales videos that are available to you. So you get everything you need to sell. So we use all the resources that make us those sales now and later, and we let you use every single thing. So I think this is excellent upgrade for those who want to make money faster. Of course, if you want to spend time putting all these resources together, I think you will be spending more than $29 for sure, but it's just all done for you in that particular upgrade. Next, you can also remove the video creation limit. So this is a desktop product and we've got a backend, we've got a lot of requests, and AI generation is absolutely costly. Yeah, even when you've got an API working, there are lots of requests every single second. So to kind of limit that, we have limits on the elite and pro version. With pro version and the all inclusive that you're getting today, you can create 20 videos a day, right? But with this little upgrade, you remove that limit altogether and you can create unlimited videos a day. So you can make all those slideshow videos for educational content, or you can make animated content for any number you want. If you got a team going on, I think that's even better because all your team members can use this and you will be able to actually get the results the way you want. No limitations at all. So that's something for you. If you are a professional and you want to scale up, you should get this upgrade. And the third one, the 50K credit boost, is really crazy because it gives you 50,000 more credits for $77, and you can grab that and get 50K more credits right off the bat. So you will get total 80K credits, right? So that's the third option for you. And these are the 3 upgrades.
Again, making up your mind is hard, especially when it's new technology that you haven't tried yet. Buy Cinemation Elite, use it for up to 30 days risk-free, and yeah, keep using it. If you don't like what it does for you and your business, just let us know within 30 days.
Okay, I want to step in here, Todd, and just talk about this warranty a little bit. I want to actually tell people about this crazy thing that we are doing here. Here is the thing, guys. This guarantee is ironclad. So if you don't like the product within 30 days, you get to refund it. But on top of that, remember, this product uses credits. You can use all the credits you want. You can produce the videos you want. And I promise you, if you ask for a refund, if you can actually afford to, reach out to my team and tell them, hey, I'm ready to give up Cinemation, I will not even charge you for those credits. So you can, if you want to use $50 worth of credits, that's on me. Buy all the upgrades, get the credits, and if after producing the videos you can tell my team, hey, I'm not going to be using this product, I will let you have the refund back without deducting a single cent for the credits you use. Because this product is so insanely good, I know that once you get started with it, you will not be able to drop it, and you will want to make sure you keep it. And of course, I'm not going to charge you more for it ever, but I bet if I did, you would pay me for that. That's what I wanted to say, Todd.
Cyril, we have a question about the 50,000 credits. Is that total or is that monthly? That's
a total number. Yeah.
Total number. So if they do run out, then how do they get more credits after that?
Well, there is a system inside. Renewal is pretty cheap. You can buy more credits by clicking a button, and you can get credits. I want to remind you about that credits thing too. These credits go to the AI companies. I invented this software. I wrote the algorithms to produce the videos, but I'm not Microsoft. I'm not Google. I'm not OpenAI or Claude. They're like billion-dollar companies funded at great scale. So I don't have the skills, unfortunately, to actually write the AIs to do that. So I'm using all these wonderful services. There are so many integrations of services that we've done inside of Cinemation. We've curated them. We've tried to make sure we make the best use of them. But the money that you pay for credits is going straight to the companies. So even if you try to do this manually outside of the app, you would probably spend more, not less, just to get the same access. Because here is one thing: as a developer, as a bulk buyer, I get discounted terms that you can never afford to get. So even if you were trying to grab the same APIs outside, you would be paying more. So the point is, credits inside of Cinemation are cheaper than anything else
But Cyril,
that you
not
could
only
use.
would they be paying more, they wouldn't be able to utilize it the same way. There'd be no
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I'm talking about the people who were actually willing enough to make each shot, put it together, and that would take a day to do a 10-minute job inside of Cinemation, and they wouldn't probably be able to get the same results because
Yeah,
it's
how
the
would they get the
algorithm that does it.
continuity? The continuity wouldn't be. They'd have to make sure that each ending frame was the same as the next beginning frame. It would
It's
take.
not possible, Todd. Before I got to this algorithm, I can tell you I've tried for weeks to get to the right spot, and my team is frustrated because I drove them to the ground to get to this spot. Let me see what else we got here. Uh, Vivek, also these 30,000 credits are very monthly or one time. Credits are all one time, Vivek. Uh, I don't. This is a desktop product, works on PCs and Mac, and it works on all kinds of PCs and all kinds of Macs, but I don't make the credits myself. They're paid to the AIs. So yeah, it's a one-time grant, and then you can buy more credits inside. Paul says I clicked on the $99 and then the screen went. I think my technical team can help you with that, Paul. Probably someone will get an answer to you. And if not, then just ask my support and they will assist you with whatever you need. Vivek says, how many credits are required for a 2 to 5 minute video? Vivek, it depends on the kind of animation you want. Like if you want a narration video that I showed you with consistent characters, it could cost you less than $1, right? The cost of a narration video of a single slide is about a cent, maybe 1.5 cents, right? So that's insanely affordable to produce. So even if you had a video which was like for 5 minutes, maybe it has 120 slides, something like that, that would be less than that would be like $1.20, right? uh, very affordable. So yeah, that's one thing. Let's see what else do we have. So Vivek, I hope it answers one part of your question. Now, if you were to animate everything, animation is much more expensive than for a 5 minute video. You might, if you use the best quality animation, best quality everything, animate every single slide, you might be looking to pay more than I would say around 20, 30, $40, maybe a little more depending on how. Not 30, sorry, $5 to $6. Yeah, it's not 30, 40 minutes video. It's a 5 minute video. So probably $5 to $6. That's per video for a 5 minute video. If everything is animated to the grade that we showed you. And remember, put this in context. To make a video like this, just a few years ago, we were setting up $1 million studios with teams of 50 people trying to animate all day, who worked for months to produce a single Pixar movie that we saw the 90-minute film on the screen. There was a team working for more than a year, and the team and the expense was like, $50 million, $60 million, even $100 million to produce those movies. And now you actually have the power to produce similar kind of animation sitting in your home, maybe even in your underwear, and you get results that are parallel to the world, to the best videos produced by the world. So it's an insane opportunity to try and create something that really can have an impact in the world. Okay, so let me
Cheryl,
see what else.
excuse me. We have a couple of people who are saying they're having problems either purchasing or they're surprised when they get to the page because the price seems higher. That's because you haven't used your coupon yet. You must use your coupon to get that discount. So please, and some people have said that they missed the discount. So make sure when you get to the checkout page that where it says payment options, right underneath that, there's a place to put in your coupon code. Make sure that you put the
Coupon
coupon
code is
code in there.
action,
And yes, action,
right?
and yes. And you must hit apply for it to be deducted from the full cost of the product. So make sure you're doing all these things. We want you to have an easy experience, and we don't want you. Several people have already had to ask about sending to the support to get their reimbursement on the $40 coupon. So we don't want to have to do that with you. So please put your
Yeah.
coupon code in, hit apply, and all will be well.
Yeah, we should have put that more clearly on the slide. My apologies for that. This is one I think Cyril's team produced.
Captain, the ship is talking through the nav core. I can land you safely. In exchange, choose one memory from each of you. 60 seconds.
It learned us from the cryo-sleep scans. Why memories?
Mass can be burned. Meaning cannot. Menemel's records all arrivals. I must arrive light.
So we choose what makes us us. Take the day my daughter said goodbye. I need the duty, not the wound.
Take my lottery numbers. Kidding. Take the face of my father leaving.
Take my last conversation with Amir. Love should survive without proof. Take nothing from the day I learned the stars had names. Take my fear instead.
1-0.
Mnemels remembers for those who cannot.
It took our losses and left the way home.
Okay, so that was an interesting story. What was going on there, in case you weren't familiar with catching what was going on, was basically the spaceship that they were inhabiting was saying, listen, I'm not getting you home unless you give me a memory. Every one of you needs to give me a memory. And once you do that, then you'll be able to go home. So that's what was going on right there. And I thought that was a very interesting video because the AI came up with that particular idea. All right. And that's pretty cool, actually. All right. Let's see. I'm supposed to show screen 2. There we go. Our screen is back. Sorry about that. There it is. The link's right there at the bottom. The coupon's right above it. There's the link. There's the coupon. Remember, this includes a lot of stuff. Let me just briefly go over that. It includes the 30,000 welcome credits. So that's to get you started. You can purchase credits after that. 30,000 will take you quite a ways. But of course, there's a bump in there that could give you an additional 50,000 credits, which really goes a long way. Up to 20 videos daily, unlimited characters, unlimited background scenes, and no limit on video length. And then shot level editing, which means you could take each shot and actually edit it. You even have a delete function. If you don't like a shot, you can delete it. All creative features and AIs, 70 reseller licenses. 2Rank Jeet AI Pro is also included, so that you get your videos ranked. And we have another video software that Cyril produced previously that works a little differently. And that's Freezer Pro. So you get that as well. Plus you get the 70 commercial licenses, the 2Rank Jeet, the Freezer Pro, the 2 years of free upgrades. That's what I was forgetting. Now you also get a bonus, but that bonus is going to be coming in the next couple of days. I want to remind you about that. Let's see. Do I have the bonus listed? Don't have the bonus list. It's on here. I just forgot where it is. And the bonus basically is the best use practices and, you know, tips and tricks and best use practices to get the most out of your software. And we're actually going to be giving you that guide as well. So don't forget about that too. Okay, so once again, here is the link. And there's your coupon. And we've frozen that price for 3 more people. According to Shannon, we're probably just about out. And then we're going to raise it just a bit. The coupon's going to be worth less tomorrow on the webinar. So thanks again, everyone. Did any more questions come through, either Cyril or Luann, while we were running the demo?
Oh my, Lisa, Or Liza?
Liza.
I'm so sorry. I think I'm getting tired. She wanted to know what does up to 20 videos daily in the bundle means, and I was about to answer her. So you're just going to create whatever style video that you want. It's going to be a complete video, and you can create up to 20 videos every single day. And Tom said, great presentation, awesome software. I bought it all. Fantastic investment. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, don't forget on the inside, those bumps, you could get the resellers pack to help you sell this for $29. You can get for $39 the ability to remove the video creation limit so that you can do as many videos as you want in one day. And the most importantly is that 50,000 extra credits for $77, which is a big discount. $77, 50,000 extra credits. They'll take you a very, very long way. Okay, Cyril, I'll let you say goodbye and read any last questions, and then we'll wrap up.
Thanks, Todd. What a wonderful presentation. Great effort and great questions from everyone. We still have over 100 people. So, wow, people have been with us for a little over 2 hours now.
Actually,
let me see what
3 hours,
are.
Cyril.
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah. Wow, wow. Okay, wow, amazing.
We're all getting tired.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your
Thank you
questions.
so much, everyone.
You've been really great in the question and answer box. It's the best gang yet, and we really appreciate it. And don't forget, utilize the support once you purchase. I know with AIs honestly are tricky in that they sometimes throw crazy results. And fortunately, Cyril thought about that and produced a way to edit the shots on the inside so that you'll be able to re-render things if AI does go a little berserk. So with that in mind, make sure you do utilize the support. Thanks again for coming, and thanks again for your trust. We are going to sign out. Cyril, myself, Luann, Shannon, everybody, Swati, Audrey, everybody who's on. Dinesh, if you're on, we appreciate the whole team. We wish you a very, very good night.